If you're having paranormal issues, contact us at mwghosthunters.com. From the files of the Midwest Ghost Hunters.
All right, Midwest Ghost Hunters site investigation, recorder 1.
Oh, Dustin, right there. Something just moved behind you.
Yes, it did.
What the was that?
What happened?
Something touched my ear, man.
What's that?
This is Dark Matter with Midwest Ghost Hunters.
I don't think you were, or one of you guys weren't here when we did the episode about, and I'm not going to revisit it because people who listen to the podcast will have already heard it, but when I was talking about the Art Bell movie, were you here?
No.
They're doing an Art Bell movie.
Like a biopic?
Yeah.
Like a documentary of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Giamatti is going to be...
Oh, that's good.
I know. I love it.
Wow, yeah, I can see that.
Paul Giamatti is going to be Art Bell in this new movie.
Are they going to like go over some of his like well-known, like famous...
Yes.
Listen to the podcast. Comment and like.
Did you guys talk about what they're going to talk about?
Yes, we did. We went into great detail.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about the people. You know, they're gonna talk about his life and some of the most remarkable stories that he dealt with on Coast to Coast AM. Back when when he was.
You know, now that you say that, I'm surprised that hasn't already been done.
Yeah.
Out of all the documentaries, out of all the people that have had a documentary made about them, he's one that deserves it for sure.
They made Cats before they made an Art Bell documentary.
Yeah, they sure did. I'm reading through the movie concept here. It's going to be really good. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's done. It's being filmed, so that's going to be good. Okay, so we have I don't know. Right now my head is stuck on this damn movie. It's called Exist. Did I send you guys that?
No.
I feel like I did because it's a movie called Exist, and it was shot in that first person Blair Witch style, and it's about these 6 people, young people. They went to a cabin out in the woods. It's all shot from the first person camera, and it's about Bigfoot.
Fuck.
Attacking them in this cabin. It's pretty campy.
Did we talk about the Bigfoot run-in that people supposedly had in a cabin in the woods where there was like a clan of Bigfoots and they were like throwing rocks at the cabin and like they were holed up in there and like didn't we mention?
Well, I don't know. Now I'm confused whether you're talking about an episode of Paranormal Witness.
Maybe. I don't remember.
That wasn't Big Feet. There was
werewolves.
Wolves.
No, this was Bigfoot. The thing I'm thinking of. It doesn't matter.
Well, the thing I'm thinking of is a family who was held up in a house, and they were surrounded by these upright standing, 7-foot tall wolves. And they were like on the roof with guns and shit.
The wolves were?
No. Well,
no.
The people, and then they actually like got into the one bedroom and sealed it up, and it was actually really terrifying.
I'll tell you, the
scary as shit.
The standing wolves thing, that is a skinwalker.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that big wolf they shot and didn't kill supposedly stood on its hind legs and walked around.
Who?
The Skinwalker Ranch.
It's Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, it's like one of the they saw the big giant wolf thing and then they shot it. It didn't hurt it, and then it stood up on its hind legs.
Yeah. And that's what these people said that, was happening here. And there's been several episodes of Paranormal Witness about, I don't know, I hate to say werewolves or whatever the fuck they are. These standing, wolf-looking things. And some people say, no, that's Dog Man. Whoever that is.
Who cares?
We have to label it? Yeah. I mean, it's
his name can be Cletus for all I care, and it's still a standing up wolf.
Yeah, I agree.
People arguing, no, that's not what that is. That's the skunk wolf ape.
Yeah, that's the Stonish Giant. That's not the Midnight Whistler. It's like, who gives a fuck?
What the fuck are we talking about?
We got off track there a little bit. We have some EVPs here. I got to admit, I got so busy in the past week. In the past couple days specifically, I have not even listened to these at all. But these are EVPs that were pulled off of the podcast over the past several weeks. Is that what these?
We had a podcast where we were just marking stuff all the way through it. So that's where all these are.
And where this shit gets confusing, especially when we play EVPs from a podcast, is determining where this podcast ends and this EVP begins. So that's why we're playing the sound effect in between, is so you can determine where we end and the EVP begins. So let's go ahead and pull one up and play it here. Oh, it's titled Extra Creeper Behind Tyler. Let's try it again.
That's a good 5-foot distance.
Yeah. I hear
There's
stuff.
Whoa, behind Tyler.
I hear stuff. What do you hear?
Nothing.
You didn't hear it, Dustin?
That's a good
like
5 foot distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that time.
Okay. Yeah.
Faint.
Yeah, it's
Did you hear
something.
it?
I don't know what I'm hearing, but
Yeah.
That was
It's
one of
kind
them
of the
that Tyler
same.
pointed for me to mark.
It's kind of the same with me. I hear something. I hear what I'm hearing, but I don't know what that is. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one.
I was hearing.
What the fuck was I talking about that was big like a fridge?
I know.
Was there something in there? I missed it entirely. Again, I was listening that time. Let's do it again.
I was hearing.
What the fuck was I talking about that was big like a fridge?
I know.
It was way back there, right? Okay, that one's going to be real tough to hear, but there was something back there. Okay, next up. Did you hear that? I hate to say it, but did you just fucking hear that? I remember that. Let's do it again. Did you hear that? I hate to say it, but did you just fucking hear that? I can't hear it now, but I heard it then. Do you hear it now?
Try it here. Give it a second because I think it's getting killed by the.
Let's just do it without it. Let's just do it without
Okay,
it. Here it comes. Here we go. Did you hear that? Okay. I hate to say it, but did you just fucking hear that? I hear something pretty faint back there. I do hear it, but man, I remember that day. And
It's funny because I think we had just made fun of ourselves for the.
we had about saying,
did you hear that?
Did you hear that? And what was that? Yeah.
And then the whole podcast was that.
Now we're trying to just mark. John is just marking shit, with the mark.
And that's where these are coming from.
And he's
yeah.
pulled
Now
these
if we hear something, we silently
do the
poke the
do
table.
hand signal. Try the next one here.
It does.
What we hear.
Let's try it again.
It does. Oh, God.
Fucking
Okay,
chaos.
Hold on. Time out.
Fucking chaos. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here it is.
It does.
What we hear.
Yeah, I heard.
I heard a little pterodactyl back
Heard
there.
a little something back there for sure. This one's called Extra Voice Behind Tyler. Let's try that. Beverage.
They were kind of tucked behind.
Okay. I definitely. Okay, here we go. Beverage.
They were kind of tucked behind.
Were you here when we played the sleep tracker? The lady had the sleep tracker, and we played that audio that it recorded.
What lady?
I don't know who the fuck it was, but you know what? You don't even know what I'm talking about. She had one of those sleep trackers, and these sleep trackers will record every time you talk in your sleep, every time you snore. It'll record it so you can hear what you sound like, not just for fun, but it's so you can hear how bad you snore or how bad you're talking. And this thing picked up a conversation between her and something. She lives alone and something else.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the waka waka.
Yeah. Did you hear it? Shit. I'm going to have to pull that up while we run through these because I've got to. Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. I never heard of this.
The waka waka.
Yeah, it's
waka
the
waka.
first time I've heard of it too.
Yeah.
You haven't heard it either?
No, I haven't.
Fuck. I've got a real good podcast you guys should listen to. It's got all these. It's got all these.
And comment and like on that podcast too.
Okay, this is maybe says who. Let's try this one.
I like to think he's standing somewhere in this room right now listening to our podcast as a fan.
So what is the
What the fuck? Okay, well, that's not that rules out.
Okay.
Everyone here.
Yeah, because that couldn't have been me because I was talking.
And none of us are sitting here going.
It does sound like who, and it's funny because he's talking about how it'd be funny to think about a ghost standing here like clapping along and enjoying the podcast.
Let's do it again. All right, here.
I like to think he's standing somewhere in this room right now listening to our podcast as a fan.
So what is the
Weird.
That's weird. We can't sit here and say that's a ghost, but I don't know, what else it would have been because was that like off a specific mic or was that the main?
That's the main master mix.
See, it's okay. So who knows? Let's go on to the next one. Here we go. It was just kind of this boy.
And it's white.
I'm going to do it again. Hang on. It was just kind of this boy.
And it's white.
Oh, I hear it. I heard it on the second one. It was just kind of this boy.
And it's white.
Right there. Boy, it's tough to pick up on, and that's the kind of shit that I usually don't hear at all, but I did hear it in that one. It's just like a quick, whispery vocal that comes in. Let's just go ahead and run through the rest of these. We'll keep going.
Yeah, there would be a lot of money. There's no question there's a lot of money.
Look at some of the big... Okay, yeah, I did hear that. Let's play it again.
Yeah, there would be a lot of money. There's no question there's a lot of money.
Look at some of the big... I heard it's like, or something back there.
Some kind of a response.
Okay, one more. Let's go ahead and let's just get through all these real quick. Man. A whisper between me talking. Man. Okay. Yeah, I did hear that too.
It's a weird noise.
Okay, so that's all of those. So I'm going to be distracted for a moment because I've got to pull up that fucking audio of that.
So this isn't something somebody sent us.
I thought The Who was the best of that series.
Yeah, it was a good one. This isn't something somebody sent us.
This is like one of those sleep dream. This is like
yeah, but it's just on the internet, right?
I don't know. Chris brought it in.
Yeah. Well, it started out by someone sending it to me. It wasn't the lady. It was sent to me. Hey, have you guys heard this? But
and it was a deal where it goes, yeah, waka waka. Waka waka.
That is what it does.
Yeah.
You haven't heard it?
No.
Well, because Tyler wanted you to send it to him, and then Tyler was going to translate that into another language to find out what that term meant. The reason why Chris didn't send it to him because he said, "I'll tell you what it means in that language. It means you're an idiot."
Oh yeah, because in the article they had deciphered, a language specialist who said, "Well, this sounds like this language, and it sounds like if it is in that language, here's what that's translated into," and it's translated into the sentence is "you're an idiot." I found it. So what this is, and people, unlike the people in this room, people who listen to the podcast have heard us play this. And what it is, it's a sleep app that only triggers a recording whenever it hears what it detects as you talking or snoring or whatever. It's to help you track and correct your quality of sleep. And this app picked up this recording. This woman lives alone on a second-floor apartment. She has deadbolt locks on her door. Let's see. I'm reading. Sounds like there was someone talking to me in my sleep in my apartment. No one else is in my apartment ever, especially when I'm sleeping. And this is what it picked up. So I'm going to go ahead and play this again because it's so fucking weird. If you were going to fake something like this, you wouldn't do it this way, is kind of where I lean. So let me go ahead and play it here.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm.
And you can hear her like responding to it.
Yeah, and then he acknowledges the response.
Yeah, let me see if I can play it again.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm.
Ah, waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah.
I mean, what the fuck would that be?
No, dude.
It sounds like a South Park skit.
Yeah, it does not sound real. But again, a lot of the stuff.
Sounds like
a lot of the stuff we catch, people would say like
Fozzie Bear.
It's strange.
That's how he talks. Or John said, the ghost of Woody Justice.
We had a jeweler that used to say "Waka Waka Diamonds."
I don't know. I keep coming back to that because, like I said, if I were going to fake an encounter on my sleep app with a ghost, I wouldn't do it this way.
Mm-mm. Dustin, I will say, this was not April 1st. This was 3 months ago.
Oh, no. Yeah. We played it a while back. Yeah. This is not an April Fool's thing at all.
But it's weird because it does sound like a different language. But at one point, he's like, yeah.
Let me play it again because I want to hear. I've never really paid attention to her acknowledgement of him talking. Let me.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
I mean, that is just nuts.
So weird.
I don't know. The audio is all over the place. I pulled this one up off Reddit, but you can. I mean, the audio. Someone sent it to us, and when I first heard it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's weird.
That's about where I was at.
The only audio that I have sent to you that you haven't played, and I'm going to go ahead and backtrack on my bug. My Stacy one is a bug, but the other
there's another one on there.
I think it's possible to take a look at.
Well, why don't we just play the bug one too?
Yeah, well, I don't know though. I'm now on Team Bug.
That's okay. I mean, we can let people hear it and kind of hear what we have to deal with.
When you listen to it on your computer at home, it sounds just like it says Stacy. But when you put on these headphones here, you can hear the wings of a bug. So I'm now gonna join the Tyler crew on that.
So this is these are both from Mars.
Yeah, this is Mars Hill.
What the hell made you even listen through those?
I was just going through any old investigations we'd had, and I saw it says Mars Hill MP3s, and I'm like, I don't remember getting any MP3s, and they kind of got buried in the noise floor of everything that happened out at Mars Hill. This is an outdoor investigation we did.
I'm trying to figure out where to even start.
In Berry County, it was at a graveyard out in Berry County. We ended up having a bunch of hill folk that showed up that night.
And you remember the big buildup we made. Oh, we're going back to Mars Hill. because we went out there the first time 10 or 12 or however many fucking years ago it was.
You got some pretty good audio.
And we got some good EVPs, and now we're going to go back. We made a whole big fucking deal about it. Was that 2 summers ago?
Yeah.
Been a little bit of a cultural shift since then.
Well, yes.
Down there in the hills.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or just timing, because those guys existed even then. Those guys did. I mean, those guys have been around since ever.
So, we lined up this investigation once, and then it came flooding rains, and then we lined it up again. We talked about it all summer. We're going back to Mars Hill, and we go out there, and it was just a fucking mess.
It's like
and I'm not talking about a muddy mess. I'm talking about human beings.
It was a circus.
It was an amazing mess.
So we ended up running out of there. Chris ends up running into a tombstone, almost knocks a tombstone down. I mean,
Disturbing that person's slumber.
These guys showed up. We thought we were going to get shot. Dustin went over and talked to them. So there's a reason why
Starlink was headed overhead at the same time.
There's a reason why we really never did a lot with the EVPs from that time. Now, we did play them back because these have been played on this podcast before, because it was Tyler who said, no, that's actually, you can hear the wings of the bug. And when we replayed it in here with the headphones on, I'm going to say that I agree with Tyler.
Yeah, that's what I think we should go ahead and play it, because it kind of highlights where you're listening determines what you hear on so many of these. Like, I know we're sitting here with headphones on, and we're playing some of these EVPs, and we're like, my God,
that's way back there. And nobody can hear that on a phone.
Even if we did get an EVP that night of the most terrifying thing, it still wouldn't be the scariest thing I experienced that night. So, I mean, something could literally say, "I'm gonna murder you in your sleep, fucker," and I'd still it would be scarier walking up to that hillbilly's car.
Yeah, getting all folksy,
expecting a 12 gauge to greet me. Yeah, it was not a fun time.
Let's go ahead and let's play the one we're talking about. I've always stood pretty firmly on the bug on this one, but
I'm now on Team Bug as well.
Just so people can kind of hear what we have to deal with on some of these. Let's go ahead and pull it up and play it here. Yeah, that was it right there.
I thought that said Stacy.
It might.
That's what I thought it said, but now that I listen to it back, you can actually hear the wings on that bug.
Well, and you have to listen through the millions cicadas. Of other bugs too.
Let's do it again. Yeah, and the main reason we're playing this is to kind of show you the interpretation process you kind of have to go through when listening to these.
On a phone, if you're listening on a phone, you're saying, man, boy, John's right. That does say Stacy, but put on a nice set of headphones, turn that up, and you're going to hear the wings on that bug.
One more. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, I think I hear. I think I hear a raven-sized fucking mosquito or something.
Yeah,
for sure. Is this second one also from Mars?
Yeah. Now this one, there's something to this one. I don't know what it is. Can you tell us what your name is?
Okay.
That's not a bug.
No, that's not a bug. Something.
My question is
livestock?
Is it a cow?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I don't think there were any cows near us, were there? I mean, I know. Well, okay. There were cows near us.
None that
I don't answer that.
Okay, and I'm going to answer that if a cow is speaking English, I'm going to consider that to be paranormal as well. If the cow is talking, I'm going to.
It sounded like multiple syllables. Kind of.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do it again.
Can you tell us what your name is? And this is me increasing the volume in post.
Yeah, it's.
I got to do it again.
It sounds like a whisper that changes.
To me, it sounds kind of like an old lady saying something. There's an older woman voice. Listen again. Can you tell us what your name is?
I don't know, guys. That's weird. That's weird. Not sure.
Let me just go to that single spot here. You don't even have to play the thing here. Let me play it from right here. Maybe
it's a first and last name.
Is it a cow named Matthew? Hang on. Let's listen again. I don't know. It actually does not sound like a cow now that I've kind of zeroed in on it.
To me, it sounds like a first and last name.
Yeah, that's. Did we play that?
We did, but then we jumped back into. All right, let's talk about the hillbillies.
Spiders and hillbillies. I can't. I don't know what that would be, and that's another one of the problems with doing this outside shit. Number one, it's completely drowned out by the bugs.
Yeah, you'd think we were in a fucking swamp.
Felt like it.
As close as you can be, I guess.
It was 106 degrees in August.
The guy that was telling me who I went to prom with.
Right. His daughter?
Yeah.
Wouldn't his daughter be like 50 or 60?
He was telling me.
Yeah.
He wasn't asking. He's not like, hey, did you go to, he wasn't like, did this happen?
Yeah.
He was saying, this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that guy.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he say, I know you?
I know you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
And it didn't seem good?
Yeah. And then that's when I pointed out, I was like, oh, look, it's the Starlink satellites.
They
Oh, my
didn't
God.
even look.
The whole line of them. And I swear to God, he doesn't move an inch. And he goes,
I can't see it.
Can't see it.
So that's why that this EVP wouldn't have gotten a lot of focus.
Yeah.
There were other pressing matters for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. The first one I think is a bug for sure.
First one's a bug.
Stacy.
Second one's weird.
The second one is odd. I can't tell. And then there's this.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Mm-hmm.
The thing about that one is, like, if I actually did that's someone's in there.
Yeah.
That is not like did I leave the window open? Like, that's clearly like somebody there talking.
But
so
it's
either it's faked.
But it's not like she woke up. I thought you were watching what I was looking.
What? Oh.
It's not like she woke up and the front door was, busted or anything like that. Everything was in order. And then she had this thing on her recording. I don't know. Fuck. I can't.
I'm personally very hesitant to believe it. Like, I don't know.
You think she faked it?
It's just so astronomically weird.
Well, yeah.
Like,
but so is everything that we catch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know.
That's the thing, is that so is everything that we catch. We've talked about that before. I bet how, like, if I heard some of the stuff we've caught on a different podcast, I'd probably say it's fake.
That's why I feel weird dismissing stuff.
I know. It's tough. It makes it harder to dismiss stuff outright when we've heard incantations and curses being whispered on a bi-weekly basis.
It's just so loud. I mean, it's obviously...
Waka waka, oh, yeah, baka baka. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean... Think about the weird stuff that we get here. It's when you're like, whoa, what's that demon stuff that's in there? I said, oh, that's that demon we always get here. And it just becomes part of the background noise,
Yeah, I don't know. I always keep coming back to that one because it's just, in my mind, if you're going to fake it, you're going to fake it well.
You're going to fake it with something that we catch, almost like a stereotypical spooky sound.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess you wouldn't fake it in such a... I don't want to say silly, but it sounds silly.
Oh, it's definitely
silly. It sounds dumb as fuck. I mean,
it's just like, it's not like a you're gonna die spooky thing, It's like a zippity doo doo thing. It's just stupid. It's stupid.
The other thing we want to make sure we hit on this, we need to hit this every podcast, is a couple things. One is our website, mwghosthunters.com, and also contact at mwghosthunters.com is the email. But when you listen to the podcast, be sure to
like, comment, share.
Yeah, any of that.
And whatever platform you're on is fine.
Any of that will, I guess that interaction, helps.
It helps to move us up in the podcast. So if someone's listening to Paranormal Podcast, if ours has interaction with it, we'll get a higher ranking than those that do not.
Okay. Yeah. So if you feel so inclined to chime in on the podcast, if you comment there, those comments will be triggered by our platform, our main platform, and they'll let us know, and we can read those just like we do if you email. Except if you comment on the podcast itself, that helps the podcast to grow, which is what we would like to do. As far as investigations go, we've got. I talked to Melissa, who is working with Tamara to figure out when we can come here to Pythian Castle to do another investigation like we did, before. So they're working on figuring out a few different dates we can pick from on that, and then we also want to go back to Bury Me in Black. Has asked for us to come back too. So there's a couple there.
More dark matter next week from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri, with Midwest Ghost Hunters.